Okay. Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here. This is our now fourth meeting.
It's like more like
Uh,
3.5, but yeah.
yeah, 3.5, 4. We will be today just going over the entries, the submissions for the bot competition. We have a couple of them, and we will also be voting for them today. So, just a bit of a heads up for everyone who did enter. Even if you aren't planning on presenting today, be sure to fill out the submission form because that does have the any any relevant information to getting that T-shirt for those participants of the competition. What we'll do is we're going to just go through every group. They can present their bot, what it does, just give it a rundown on what they did and who's in their team. And then after that, like we said, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a vote. Eddie, I see that you're here. Would you like to talk about what you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, sure thing. Okay. So, hey, gang, for those of you who don't know me, and real quick, I'm on two Zooms. So, James, I'm looking at you. You can hear me. I'm speaking to the Computer Science Club right now, but listen to what I'm sharing with them. Okay. And you all, I'm talking to you as in the members of the Computer Science Club. Okay. So, I'm talking to two Zoom meetings at the same time. So, hear me out. Okay. A couple things. First of all, Eddie Johnson, professor of communication studies and your faculty helper, advisor, whatever you want to call it. As you all know, I'm not a big computer science person, right? But I do know communication. Okay. And so, what I would hope, and I'm going to hope and pray, right, that I know you are all like minded individuals and you all have a certain lexicon, vocabulary regarding computer science, right? Things, terminology, and all that other stuff. And I know that you're probably going to be giving your presentations, but I would urge you to try to think about communicating your bot project yet, right? Your presentation, if you're communicating it not just amongst those that are like-minded like y'all, right? But also think about communicating to the average lay person. The person who has no idea what you're talking about, right? They may not have the jargon, they may not have the understanding what it is that you're trying to convey, right? But think about how are you going to share that with listeners, okay? Um, because not everyone's going to be able to understand specifics in that regards. Now, granted, you'll be sharing to each other, but think of it in a much larger scale too. Also, I would recommend think about having structure in terms of a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, if you haven't thought about specifically like what it is, just kind of give us some key parts that kind of yield to having some structure around it versus like this is what it is, this is what it, and just giving me lists or giving lists of things, right? Um, try to have that beginning, the middle, the end, and have some sort of narrative or story that kind of helps provide that supportive humanistic component to what it is that you're sharing. Okay. Um, and I invite you to turn on your cameras. Okay. I know, like I just looked around. Nobody's got their cameras on. And I get it. I understand, right? But again, I want you to think of it in this sense. If you could share this with other folks outside of this space and try to get them to understand what it is and the utility of the importance of what it is that you created, I think would be great, especially for those that may be future computer science club students. That it's not just what you're all doing in the matrix, in the cyber world, in your computers, but also in terms of you as human beings, right? We still have to have that human engagement, that human interaction to connect with one another. Okay. So I'll just leave it at there. I know Christian and company, they're recording this. I look forward to seeing some of the files. I'll rewatch it later and look forward to seeing some of the presentations. I'm sure I'll probably have a conversation with the winner or group of winners, right? So have a great, great showcase. Share your things and be prideful of your work, right? I mean, I'm not a computer science person, but I know that some individuals took this challenge on their own. Some people paired up, but have pride in what you're doing and have that come across in what you're presenting to each other. Okay. That's all I gotta say. Okay. And if you need an additional pep talk, talk to Jay. I know he brings the energy on a few moments from time to time. Okay. All right. See you again.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to you later. All right. So
I didn't expect a shout out, but all right.
yeah. Okay. So I think we can now go ahead and move on to the presentations, unless any of the board members need me to say anything else at all.
Yeah, I want to see Jay's costume. So.
Okay. Yeah, Jay, are you gonna show us now? You too, Maria.
Well, you gotta take the
No,
lead.
I'm good.
You
You guys are
that-
such
first.
All right,
flakes.
you know what? I'll show you mine. You guys show yours. How about that?
I want to see Christians first.
I don't.
Yeah,
no,
I wanna
I'm
see
not.
Actually, yeah. Christians
Oh
first.
my
Let's go.
fucking God. Okay.
Hey,
It's gonna be so
perfect.
underwhelming. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
This is a club meeting.
Because you're the leader, you take the lead, and
Yeah.
then we follow the momentum.
Yeah, sure, whatever. It's not like a full thing. I don't know what you're. Okay.
Come on, Christian.
Okay.
Guys, this is a group effort. I think you guys should all put your costumes on.
Yeah, but I know.
all have to
Yeah,
turn on
Someone's
what
got to
about
take
you,
the
Nolan?
lead.
We all
Nolan.
have to turn it on on 3.
I'm in a car.
On
Okay,
3?
let's just put our cameras on. And
Yeah,
like,
on 3. Okay.
okay.
All right.
3.
No.
If you, it's just start at 1 if you're doing that.
Start at 1.
You're counting off, not down.
Yeah.
3.
No.
Yeah.
Start at 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, is that what's his name from Apex?
Christian, just
Yeah, dude.
Ron, what the heck?
yeah, bro. That's like 8 rolls. That's not even 8 rolls. It's like 8 squares of toilet paper on my face.
Yeah, no, originally I was gonna do like something with some bandages to look like a mummy as well. But I tried taking off the bandages and it just started ripping hairs out of my head. So I'm good. So can I turn off my camera now? Is this what you guys wanted to see?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Any of the members here, like if you have a costume too, please show us it too, not just the board.
I don't think anyone else has costumes, honestly.
Yeah, Omar, where's your
Who
costume?
knows? Who knows?
I don't have one.
Come on, Omar, that's
Wow.
cap. I know you're dressed up as a lead character.
I don't, but
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Sure, you, me.
all right. Do you want to get started or what?
Yeah, actually though, I also want to take this thing off, so
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go through the submissions and just
no,
name
no,
off
hold on,
groups.
because
Oh.
yeah, no, don't worry, I got this. I'll start it off.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, okay. So Shreya, is your group ready to present?
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to start whenever.
Okay. Nobin, do you want to start off?
Yeah, hi. Sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, so we made a bot called BoomaBot, and it's mostly a bot for searching for textbooks. And then we made a YouTube video for the presentation for you guys.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
And
Yeah.
there's- Audio is kind of quiet though.
Wait, can you guys hear it?
It's a little quiet.
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
like
anything
really
you can
quiet.
Really.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Uma is a high-tech bot that helps students find required books for IVC computer science classes. It offers everything related to the books, such as full-text links and price options, in one place. For instance, if you wanted to find out what book is needed for CS6A, simply type in CS6A, and BoomAbot will reply with the name of the book, its ISBN number, a link to a Google Drive file where you can view the book, a link to the IVC bookstore, and an alternate link to a website that provides different retailers. We've also added a physics textbook to show that this is easily scalable to other non-computer science courses.
BoomaBot can also find online retailers for all other books when given an ISBN number. For example, you could type in ISBN and the corresponding ISBN number, and then Booma will respond with a link that you can use to compare prices and find the cheapest option to buy or rent the textbook.
Booma is also a super friendly bot who is fun to chat with and will always greet you back. Here are some examples. Booma is also an excellent fortune teller.
Thanks for taking a look at our bot.
Do you guys have any questions, or does anyone want to test the bot out?
So does the bot also have like additional ratings, like because a lot of us like to look at free websites on like resources we can use for each class? Does it have suggestions like that?
Can you explain a little more what you mean?
Like say CS10. So yes, there's a Python textbook, but then there's also does the bot also suggest like free online courses or whatever that come in handy for CS10?
No, at this point, we mainly just have textbooks. We did have more information, but we removed some to keep it simple, but it would be easy, excuse me, to add some information like that in the future.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I also have a bit of a question. Do you mind giving a very short rundown on how the bot actually works?
Sure, in like the code wide?
Yeah.
So for each course, we have a block of code with the information. Then the links, such as the IVC bookstore link, those are all unique links. So we had to go in and get those links and then put it for each course. But I made an effort to find websites that search for textbooks that have they generate the same link, but the ISBN is different. And then that's how we managed to get the code for using any ISBN. So that one website, all we had to do in the code is write the beginning part of the link. Then we made a variable for the ISBN. And then all we do is we put the ISBN inside that block. And then we put the rest of the link. So no matter what, if you put in any ISBN, it'll generate that that link and it'll work for that website. We also had that working for like LibGen and some other websites, but we weren't sure if we should put that, so we just cut that out for the sake of presentation. And then for the rest of the code, it does have a fortune teller bot, and it works exactly like a Magic 8-Ball, if anyone's familiar with that. So it's kind of nostalgic. And then we use math random for creating it to make it random. And then we also set up some greetings for Booma. Originally, we had it so that it would welcome new users, but that bugged out. I'm not sure why. And then we spent like at least 8 hours trying to fix that, and then we ended up just scrapping it. So that was an interesting experience. Kind of made me hate making a bot, but it was still fun. And still, like, if you can still communicate with Booma, and even if you mention Booma, we set it up to it would always respond to you. And one thing we wanted to do with our bot was make it have personality, not just be very straightforward. So Booma always has some sort of sassiness to it. That's what that's the way we wanted Booma to be.
Okay, perfect. Does anyone else have any questions? It doesn't have to be just us board members. It could be open to anyone.
Or comments too.
I've got a question for you guys. So I might have not heard this. I'm sorry if you guys hear background noise. I'm in the car, but what language did you guys develop it in? Were you guys using Python or JavaScript? And what shortcomings did you guys have with the language? What problems did you more so run into with the language that you thought maybe something else might have done it easier?
It was entirely done in JavaScript. We did have some problems in the sense of like using like config JSON file and linking to that file into the main bot file. The main thing I think is that there's some syntax in JavaScript that's quite different. I still don't know what it's called, but there's this weird thing that they use instead of what you call it? Like the quotes is like a kind of a diagonal cut quote. I still don't know what that is. My bad.
One under escape.
Yeah. And we found out that like we have to use that in order for us to have a variable in the string. So that was probably the biggest hurdle, like finding out new things like that in JavaScript. But otherwise, it was pretty straightforward, especially not knowing any JavaScript. It was pretty straightforward to get into it.
Okay. Other than that, I think we can move on to the next group. Thank you so much for presenting, and great job.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking a look at our bot.
And next up, Nima, are you ready? Are you here, first of all?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Whenever
I
you're
can
ready.
start.
Yeah, go for it.
So can you guys see my Discord?
Yeah.
Right. So for my bot, I implemented an API by Google into that pretty much scans messages and returns some data about the attributes that that message has. And those attributes can be maybe toxic, insulting, incoherent, or threatening. It's mainly for making sure just to combat toxicity and everything online. And what the bot does is it pretty much determines how likely a message is to be perceived as a certain attribute. And then the API returns a score for each attribute. And then if it passes that threshold, then the bot receives that message as the attribute and then adds a flag to the user. So first, you can do pharma to get the attributes you have. This is the first time I'm running the code, so no attributes. If you just do something incoherent and do karma, you get that you have one incoherent message. And then if you do scores, these are all the attributes that I added to the bot. So it gives you an average score for each attribute. So it makes sense that the incoherent average score is the highest. And if you say something kind of toxic, like something like I hate you, and then do karma, it adds one toxicity occurrence too. And we do scores, that goes up. Toxicity goes up. And this is the average score the bot gives. It's not how many times a message was toxic. So the more messages you put in, the more accurate these results will get. And there are some other commands that I added. So you can do karma of other users. There's another user called not admin. If you do this, since they haven't talked yet, but if they do talk, and that is because hello was probably not perceived as any particular attribute. But if you do check their scores, they do have some scores. Hello was actually perceived as 0.77 incoherent because it wasn't a complete sentence, but the rest are pretty low. Another command is react. If an admin does react on, and if someone says something toxic, then it gives them a thumbs down, and it still changes the scores and everything. And you can turn off reactions too. And there's also pause. You can pause the moderation of some channels so that when you type something and then type again, it doesn't add any occurrences to the incoherency, which, yeah, this would be perceived as if the channel was not paused. So if you do on pause, and you can see it does actually add that this time. And another command is top. It actually gives you the highest average scores by each user. So there are 2 users, and it just gives you the highest average score. Yeah. And there's also, if you have to type something in the channels to actually put them in memory. So if you do moderated channels, you can get the channels that are being moderated. If you do pause moderated channels, you only get 2 and 3 because you pause the moderation for this channel. And info just gives you all the commands you can use, and reset to reset all the attribute data. So if you do scores, no scores because we just reset. And there's actually, you can go to their website, Perspective API, and you can just check it out if you'd like. So you would have to apply to get access. They would give you a key, and then you can put it in JavaScript, and you would have access to the functions that are available by them. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I have one. So what inspired you exactly to make a bot for like toxicity and whatnot?
Actually, I came across the API before I learned about the bot competition, and I was kind of interested in using it, implementing it in code sometime. But as soon as I heard about this, I just decided to add it to a Discord bot just to test it out, see how it goes.
Gotcha. Okay. That's
What's
cool.
the API you used?
Perspective API.
Okay, cool. And then
Yeah.
what language did you write it in?
JavaScript.
Okay, cool.
So following up on your Perspective API answer there, do you feel like this is something that is like more of a selling point for your bot, or is it more like the scoring and such is a feature that other bots can have as well? Because it seems like this kind of moderating that the Perspective API has, it can work in a lot of other bots.
Oh yeah, definitely. For other programs or whatnot, it doesn't have to be a bot. Yeah.
Or bots like V6.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you to you as well. Really interesting bot using that kind of API.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And let's see, moving on to the next group. Harshan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can I have 1 second? For some reason, my bot's bugging right now, and I'm not sure why. So can you skip mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
So other than that, let's see. Let me check the list here. Franz, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, then go for it whenever you are ready.
right now I think one of like the biggest problems that we're having is that like we reach a point where we've just run out of motivation and we just don't want to study or write the essay. And we kind of just want to like play games or go to bed early. So what I've done is if you're just like talking in the chat and then you say something along the lines of like, I need motivation. Did I misspell motivation? Oh, there we go. Then Mimo will just like chime in and say hi. Here's a meme to like keep you going. And then you can also call it directly, and then it'll also give you more memes. That's kind of all it does.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, in the future, I plan to expand it more to get more like categories of memes. So that's if you want to say like, oh, I need a joke, then it'll like give you some joke memes instead of like, or if you like want computer science memes, it'll give you stuff like that. But yeah.
So where does it actually pull the memes from?
I hard coded the URLs, or yeah, the URLs to the images in there.
Okay. Okay. So it's like is it like a set list of like a couple links?
Yes, I wanted to have it just access a Reddit page and then just take it from there, but I kept running into issues where it wouldn't. It was just giving me weird errors, so I decided to hard code it in so that I would have something that would work.
Okay. Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any questions for Franz?
I think, yeah, I like your idea of pulling it from Reddit because, there's a bunch of subreddits that are like, involved with certain, topics such as like mental wellness, stuff like that, or like wholesome, whatever, stuff like that. So I think that's a great idea. If you can maybe work on that and expand on that, that'd be a great idea.
Yes, I will. That's my next step. If I get time. Yes.
And what language did you do it in? JavaScript, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for presenting and participating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Harshan, are you ready? Do you need a little bit more time?
Sorry, can I have like 2 more seconds? I'm just trying to figure out. Like, it's just giving me an error message, and I'm like,
oh yeah. Take your time. Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. I guess I should talk about how we're gonna actually vote. I think we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the voting on the Discord server. We're gonna make a announcement, and you will react to the image for which group you would like to vote for, essentially. So yeah. Other than that,
do you want to just go to the next person while Harshan gets the stuff set up?
Harshan's the last one. So
wait, there's more though.
No. So the other two that are on there are they're just turning it in. They're not like presenting.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry again. I'm like, I think I know what the issue is. I just need to I think it's a issue in my env file. So I'm trying to figure it out.
No, don't worry. Let me just check.
Wait, Christian, do you want to just give like a summary of like what their bots do?
Oh yeah,
because otherwise people are not gonna know.
Yeah. If you want, you could just right now talk about your bot and don't really have to show what it does, and then you can show what it does later. In the meantime, Jay, I have a question for you. This is really really random, right? Why do you have an entire like suit?
Because he races for F1.
No, like
I
I'm
only had
genuine.
the jacket, so I had to like follow up and like find the rest. So like, all right.
Yeah, but like, where did that even come from?
The jacket or just like the whole suit or what?
Yeah, the whole fit. Yeah.
So the jacket that was a gift from my aunt, and then
Okay.
and then like racing pants, just and then gloves and such and helmet. Just trying to find one that looked like F1, but also wasn't too expensive and actually like with the pant, glove, and helmet, it was all under $100. So.
Okay. Because I was just, I don't know. It looks so, it like works so well that I thought you actually like got the whole thing.
I wish it was even the whole set, but nah, I had to get piece individually.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna quickly write
That's
it.
in the social. I have something else that would complete this for sure. Actually, I saw a bit of that earlier, but it was way too loud that I couldn't really bring it up.
Okay, so I couldn't figure out like exactly. So I figured out part of the error, but I couldn't figure out the other part. So what I just did was I made the error message go away. So it'll be there for like a quick second, then it'll dip. But I can present what my project is.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, like I said earlier, if you want, you could just talk about what you had it planned to do, and if you want, just later just show what it does once you solve it. If not at all, it's okay. So.
I mean, the basics of what it does is there.
Okay.
It's missing. I think I messed up something in my reactions. I think it's in my env file. Maybe I switched up or I messed up how it calls the env file. But I can. How do I share my screen? Give me one sec. Oh, I have to open up Zoom's thing.
Yeah, if there's some basic stuff that still works, you can show that as well. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's not letting me share my screen.
Oh,
I'm not sure why. It says, oh wait, hold on. I have to, okay, never mind. Sorry. I think I know what the issue is. Oh, I have to rejoin. Can I rejoin?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Sorry.
Go for it.
Anyway, Christian, I guess I'm taking that question as like a compliment of the color matching or what?
Well, yeah, no, I was just like I saw it and I was like, did you purchase an entire thing that came together? That's why. That's all.
No, if you saw the panty, that it's like it's not the same set, but well, we're in Zoom, so.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So, let me just open up my bot tester. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So my code, what it does is basically you type in an anime, right? Because there's like a hella animes out there. So what I made my code do was it allows every person that's like on the channel, and it works based on a specific channel, to type in an anime. So like, can someone like give me an anime that they watch or something that they would like to recommend?
One Piece.
So like you just type in, just type in One Piece, and then it searches for the anime, and you can choose from these ones. So let's say let's say you don't want either of these, you can go to the next page. And then let's say you want to recommend this one, then you press 1. And it'll recommend it up. I have an error code, but that goes away. What's supposed to happen, and I'll figure this out later, is it's supposed to come. So I got the first part where it shows you 4 different reactions, but over here you're supposed to see 4 reactions, and from those you can pick. Other people can upvote your recommendation, downvote your recommendation. They can you can pin your own recommendations. And then another thing is, so you guys can see up here that Akira is recommended by myself. So if I would recommend Akira again, and then I would choose the same, recommendation. It says that the anime has already been requested, and it'll encourage you to upvote it. So that's what my anime does. You guys have any questions? I mean, not my anime, my Discord bot does. You guys have any questions?
I think it's dope.
Yeah.
Oh,
what the
weeb,
hell?
so
That's actually
it
so
tailors to me.
fire.
Yeah,
Perfect,
actually.
Same.
Yeah, the thing was like there's I have another Discord channel where people recommend animes all the time, and for that we don't have a solution like this. And when I saw this competition, I was like, oh, this sounds like something I can actually implement in the other channel as well. So that way it's like, because what'll happen is they'll just recommend a bunch of animes, and then you're like, I don't know if I like this anime or not, and then you have to go yourself on my anime list. But I just use like an API that pulls it from my anime list for you and displays the information.
Yeah, I really like the way you implemented the reactions to like go through like the pages and stuff like that. I think that's a really creative way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what other way I could do it, because there's just so many. I don't want to like list all of them out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
have you
makes
like go through that.
Yeah. Now I understand you didn't have too much time to start implementing this, but I think what would make it better is like if you had other genres that would work with this bot as well. So you can recommend like I don't know, horror movies, because Halloween, and then or dramas or even TV shows, that might help.
Yeah, so I was actually looking at IMDb's API for that, and I'm the thing about IMDb though is it doesn't have, or at least I couldn't find an API like Gcon has for my anime list. Gcon basically simplifies, I think, the my anime list API a lot, but I couldn't find something like that for IMDb, and IMDb's like core API isn't very good. But actually that is something I was looking to do. But like my question is then, like, how would you differentiate, from an anime and then from like would you create like 2 different channels? Like one where
you could probably just create 2 different commands, right? So
Oh,
you
yeah,
could have like
yeah.
an anime one and like a whatever else you want to call the other one,
Yeah.
Yeah, just separate commands for genres.
Yeah, actually that makes sense. Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, that's something I can do for scalability. Another thing I wanted to do that I didn't implement at all is I wanted it to like where if you upvote it, the bot will PM you. I don't know if bots can PM you, but the bot will PM you the anime so that you can have like your own curated list.
I want to chime in. I think that's a great idea what you just said. It'd be awesome if your bot added functionality to actually export like a list you have saved. I think that'd be very useful for like the user,
Like as a text file?
Wherever, like it could be your website if you construct that, or it could be like a text file. You can send text files through Discord DMs. Like I believe bots can do it as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, actually that's a good idea.
But yeah, that sounds like an awesome idea.
Any more questions or anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, I really liked your idea. Thank you so much for presenting. And I think you are the last one presenting for today. So yeah, thanks again, and thank you to everyone who did a presenting. You guys did all an amazing job. Hold on, give me 1 second. And so now we will vote. Okay. I needed to, should we, do it here or should we do it on Discord? Because I feel, what would you guys prefer?
Well,
I think probably just do it on here, right?
Do it on here?
I
Okay.
think it's just easier.
I was going to say just post it on Discord and just put up the reactions and just see which one people like.
After all,
Yeah, that's
not everyone.
Not
know what?
everyone came
It's
to
like
the
they can still see
meeting.
it afterwards.
Ah, shit, that's true.
Maybe
Or
we could take.
description of what each person's Discord bot is.
yeah. I was also thinking if we could the recording, Eddie's gonna send me the recording today, so I could immediately upload that, post it on the Discord, and be like, hey, you guys can watch the recording of everyone's presentation and then vote off of that. So we would have the winner decided by like the end of tonight.
Okay, that works actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool.
So that being said, make sure to look out for the announcement for everyone to vote. Make sure to vote for the one you like the most. And we will send out an announcement either tonight or tomorrow morning. So we'll tally that up. And to the winner, we will get into contact with you guys and give you more information on your prize. But once again, thank you so much, everyone who presented today. You guys did an amazing job. And yeah, I think that wraps up everything.
Social night tonight.
Yeah, we have a social night later tonight. We'll be playing any games you guys want to play. I know that there's a bit of a bias for certain games or others, but it's completely up to you guys what you want to do. Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say?
Good job, everybody. All the bots were fantastic. So just good job, everyone.
And I'd also like to add that like all of you guys who were able to present today, it's obviously you guys did a lot of hard work, and like this week, especially with the fire, it might have been difficult for some of you guys, but the fact that you can pull through and present the bot and get it done by today, that's still a lot to compliment about.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
When's the social night? Like what time?
We were planning around 7 or 8 tonight. It's whenever people just start joining in. So.
Oh, got it.
And not that it's going to be like this, but odds are we might even have an all-nighter at the social.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Imran, do you feel like you're gonna go for another one?
Who?
Imran.
I went for an all-nighter before? No way.
Sure.
All right. Well, like I said, you guys are all free to go. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Thank you.